Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. XRP price continues to impress. Dare I say these words, risk jinxing it? Well, of course, because jinxing and karma and all that crap, not real things, not grounded in science. Happy to say it. Don't need to knock on wood. XRP now 51.5 cents. And I'm going to share with you perspectives from multiple analysts, and I'll just tell you that a resounding opinion that I see from, well, I'm not going to say all, because it's not all. Perhaps it's most analysts out there in the world of XRP. They're saying that this is the start. The bottom for XRP, especially if you consider price against Bitcoin. Wait till you see that chart. Oh, it looks like a monster at this point. And I don't know if there's going to be a pullback or not. I mean, nothing goes up in a straight line forever. But, whew. And so, as one analyst pointed out, I'll pull up a little bit later in the video, he's like, yeah, XRP is gonna surprise the doubters this cycle. It's gonna rocket. It's gonna melt faces. It's gonna enter price discovery, all that jazz. So I'll share with you the latest. It's been very exciting what's been happening with XRP over the last 48 hours, and so even if there's a pullback because say the entire market craters further if Bitcoin goes down, which is a plausible thing that could happen, I'll just say even if this happens, just think back to what's happening now. This price action in the last 48 hours or so, very clear sign of life for XRP. So you can sleep easy. Don't you get it yet? If the market's going to expand, as I've been saying, of course XRP is going to go. But this time it's got legal clarity. And it's been consolidating for 6.5 freaking years. And the corny phrase goes, the wider the base, the higher in space. Meaning, the longer an asset consolidates, when it breaks, the greater the break will be. And since we're in a bull market, if it is going to break to the upside, which, like, why would it not? Unless there's a black swan event or something. You better believe it's going to do so with force. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. And isn't it delightful that this is happening on XRP Victory Day? And some people have been theorizing that that is the reason that it's happening. And I say, if so, all right, that's cool. Whatever, if that's going to be the trigger. At some point it has to happen. It's just been interesting to me, as I've mentioned a couple times in recent videos. This isn't the first time that XRP's been outperforming the market. I mean, think a couple days ago, XRP at the time was like up 5%, and like Bitcoin is down over 2%. You don't usually see that. It's not unprecedented, but it is pretty rare. And we've seen that a few times recently in a pretty short order. It's just, you tell me what that means, because fine, it's running now, but something similar to this also happened within the last couple weeks or so, maybe not quite to this degree, but directionally the same thing. And, that wasn't because of XRP Victory Day. And so, and also on top of this, it's not like there's a buy the rumor, sell the news thing here. Like a year ago when XRP got legal clarity, yeah, people were expecting it was going to happen. A lot of people priced that in. A lot of people did cash out as XRP nearly doubled in price in several hours on July 13th last year. Sure. Is that happening here, though? Well, no news is broken. There is nothing. It's just like it's the market being the market. And so if humans started behaving this way because it's July 13th again, I mean, I guess okay. But either way, the market, as I will continue to say this, you don't need to be a chart guy to understand this. The market always finds a bottom. So even if this isn't it, so what? And I'm seeing that, again, like I said, I think it's pretty clear many analysts do think that, yeah, this is the break we've been waiting for. Like, this is the start. And you'll see that sentiment. But here's the XRP chart for the last 24 hours. Again, at 51.5 cents here. Let me pull up the 7-day, though. Because if you look at the lowest price in the last 7 days, it was on July 7th, 40 cents. Since then, since July 7th, it's been 6 days. From that low point, XRP is up over 25%. Pretty good for a dead coin, for a dino coin, as the XRP haters like to call it. Yeah, okay. Dead dino coin, got it. Up 25%, suck it. Here's the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, though. Can't wait for this thing to update. 25 out of 100, we are in extreme fear. Not just fear, but extreme fear. Take a look at this post from chart analyst Mustache. Now, he's talking about the ETH BTC pair, but the reason that I'm highlighting this is because ETH has a history of taking off and then that being something that kind of more or less lights the fire for the rest of the market. ETH goes, and all sorts of other alts go ultimately. And so here he's talking specifically about ETH priced against Bitcoin. And since I'm going to talk about XRP for the rest of the video, I just wanted to let you know that it's not just XRP that for a long time has been losing price against Bitcoin. ETH hasn't exactly looked the prettiest. And sure, fair enough to state that XRP, looks more disastrous, if you want to call it that. But for those in the know, you recognize that when it looks disastrous, historic precedent tells us, those are the moments right before XRP rips to the upside. And so even though ETH against Bitcoin never got quite as severe, it also didn't have the same attack with the SEC. It still wasn't performing quite as some would like, but take a look at what chart analyst Mustache had to say. Shared this with his 127,000 followers on X. Hashtag altcoins. While weekends have been shaken out of the market, ETH BTC is performing exactly as it did in the 2015 through 2018 cycle. Breakout from a 3-year falling wedge, now retesting. Bullish divergence over weeks. It's just taking longer than back then, but it's coming. So I want to ask you, does that sound similar to what a lot of people have been saying about XRP? Saying, well, this does seem reminiscent of that 2017 bull run, but man, it's taken a long time. Doesn't that sound kind of the same? It's not just XRP that is going through. The market's moving in tandem. It is what it is. There are some outliers here and there. There's Binance that hit a new all-time high. Obviously, Solana ran like crazy. There are outliers. There always are outliers in these bull runs. But we haven't seen expand. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with XRP. To the contrary, you're seeing it's very alive and well. And you should have already expected that, though, because if you look at all the other metrics that matter, they're looking pretty damn good. And the fact that it's still in the top 10, that should tell you something. That's the whole world, like on a global level, all the speculators around the world screaming, yeah, for over a decade, we think it makes sense to be here. Duh. Here's a post from chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto. Altcoins macro bottom is indeed in. Technically, RSI divergence is a precise indicator in this regard. It's going to be glorious. And so this is total 3 priced against Bitcoin. And so total 3 is the entire crypto asset class, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So it's everything else priced against just Bitcoin. That's what that chart is. And so he's just saying, yeah, that was it. So we'll see if he's right. Wouldn't mind that being the case. I'd be happy to see this market blaze to the upside here, and especially with what's been happening with the Russell 2000 recently. I'm not going to talk about that in this video any further, but I'm just saying, with all this stuff coming together, we shouldn't be surprised that XRP is running. So we'll find out together if it's going to be sustained or not, but you'll love to see it, right? And keep in mind, so fine, it's XRP Victory Day and XRP's running, but it didn't start today. It started a couple days ago. Seriously. I mean, you can even argue if you want to. I mean, here's the 7-day chart. I mean, the bottom was there, but it did mostly move sideways for a few days. That's the reason I said it's really been 2 days. July 11th, that's when it really started moving up precipitously. And not in a straight line, but look at that. That's a major move right there. So again, it wasn't specifically because it happened on this. Like, it was already doing this. So whatever it is, it is. Then there was this post. This is also from chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto. This is an XRP USD chart. And he said, XRP will surprise many doubters this cycle. Exactly. And so XRP gets suppressed enough and beaten to death enough. You pick a metric and people just think on the surface anyway without historic precedent. Man, that does look bad. It looks so bad, right? Looks terrible. Well, we know better than that. We that have been paying attention anyway. But there are all sorts of people that genuinely think that XRP is dead. It's never going to run. It has no place in your portfolio. And those people are going to be shocked by what happens this cycle. That's what I believe is most probable here. Speaking of which, how about CoinDesk? I just wanted to highlight this because it makes me laugh. I ratioed CoinDesk on X, and I'm very proud of it. So I want to highlight this. There's this post yesterday from CoinDesk. And now CoinDesk, we call them FUD Desk in the XRP community for good reason. They're rat bastards. They're just disgusting. They put out information. Sometimes I feel almost certain that they know that what they're putting out is not true, and they're just still deceiving people. Because they have some toxic maximalists on the Bitcoin side over there. Just absolute people with absolute XRP derangement syndrome. They clearly have that. And so they have glee writing stories when they're negative about XRP, almost never anything positive. And so here they had this post sharing one of their articles, and they wrote, the CoinDesk 20 is currently trading at 1956.14, down 0.6% since yesterday's close. 2 of 20 assets are trading higher. Leaders, XRP plus 4.8% and Cardano 0.9%. And I read that and I thought, why are they going out of their way to say something nice about XRP? That's what I was thinking. I was like, what? Did somebody did a hacker get control of their account? Because I don't believe they just did this, but they did. And so I responded because it's just unbelievable. And I wrote, was it painful to post something positive about XRP? And I was genuinely curious. I'm still curious. They didn't write back to me. They did not write back to me. But I ratioed them, so that was kind of pleasant. So they got 25,000 views on that post, which makes sense because replies get fewer, because the algorithm replies tend to get fewer comments. It's just not put in people's news feeds the same. So anyway, they got 25,000 views, 130 likes. My post only got 4,271 views, but I got 320 likes. Suck it, CoinDesk. Ah, what a delight. Makes my heart happy. Here's a post from World of Charts. Now, I shared this one in a video, but there's an update, so I want to share this one first. This is the one from yesterday, and then I'll share the more recent one. It's an XRP USD chart, and he says, XRP, after correction, now showing some positive momentum formed, falling wedge, expecting breakout in case of successful breakout, expecting 55 to 60% bullish wave. So he's highlighting they're potentially going up to 75 cents, and then he reposted that this morning. He said XRP. And so mind you, actually, let me mention this too. So you can see that it was at that point, it was still below this key resistance level that all sorts of analysts have been highlighting there. So now, fast forward, we're clearly above that. And at the moment, I'd say it seems at least safely above that. We'll see. But he says XRP moving as expected, running in almost 9% profit so far, still expecting more. So he thinks this goes way higher. And he's talking about a zone approaching somewhere close to 75 cents. In the short term, mind you. So we'll see if that materializes. I'm just sharing with you what analysts are expecting here. But out of all the analysts I respect who are unbiased, there's still only one who thinks XRP is most likely to move to the downside, and that's Alessio Rastani. The rest of them all are like, no, much, much higher. Here's a post from XRP chart analyst Dark Defender. This is an XRP USD chart, and he wrote the following. Look at the weekly goddamn bullish bar right after our latest support level of 39.17 cents. Ooh, we're getting fire. You know, I like a little bit of fire and a little bit of zest right on top. Just pepping it right on top on a day like today where XRP is running. Yes, definitely. I encourage use of expletives and whatnot. Not that I'm going to do it so much in this video. I'm just saying. It's good to get a little jazzed. It's okay to be excited on good days. We have enough crap days. Most of what it is to be in crypto, especially as an XRP holder historically, it's just sideways and downward price action. So when we have the good days, don't feel guilty for celebrating, even if it's only up, I say only 5 or 10%. Yeah, celebrate that crap. Hell yeah. Anyway, then he says 39.17 cents was waiting for about a year for XRP as the last support. Isn't it precise? XRP bounced exactly from here. Of course it is. 66.49 cents is still the key for wild moves towards targets. Wave 3 targets, $1.88 first, $5.85 second, a correction to $3.09. Wave 3 can extend towards $18.22. I preferred Wave 3 ending in the middle target and extending with Wave 5. And so, as I say, with a certain amount of regularity, these types of figures seem impossible when price is down, but that's historically, typically, the moment of maximum opportunity. It's just, it feels as though it's never going to happen. But then if you look at how markets actually behave historically, then you know better. They run, even if it takes years. And in this case, oh boy, it's been taking years. I've been seeing this thing through for over 6.5 years, and I will stay here however long it takes. This bitch is going to run, though. Expletive. Here's a post from chart analyst Eat Greg Crypto. XRP has to flip 50 cents and 99 MA. I feel the XRP monster is hungry for standalone feast and will suck all the liquidity as the only digital asset with legal clarity and regulatory. Spot on, Eat Greg Crypto. It's absolutely a hungry little monster. It's not going to stay at these price levels forever. It just isn't. It absolutely is not. This thing gonna run at some point. Here's a post from chart analyst Joe Matoshi. This is an XRP BTC post. He says, definitely that was too coiled to ignore. There's a long road ahead, but this is a good start. Certainly the best risk reward one can get as a trader. XRP BTC. That's right. XRP priced against Bitcoin. It was in the gutter, wasn't it? It's been moving up precipitously. He's saying this is the best risk reward one can get as a trader. Now, I would say, since I'm not a trader, even as a hodler, this would be among the best. Now, technically, of course, I understand if you're talking about a small cap or a micro cap, if you're in that and that something takes off, there's so little money in it, it doesn't take much to get a crazy multiplier effect. But that's why I always say, because I'm not interested in that stuff. That's why for me, the XRP, that is the sweet spot in investing. It's been around for over a decade, tried and true. People have been trying to hack it for over a decade. Unsuccessfully, it just works. Adoption going in the right direction. So, and also that way, when utility matters, it's, you know, it's here. Because like, if there's that flushing out, as people have been predicting since well before I got into crypto, which hasn't really sufficiently happened yet. One day when that does happen, because I think there's going to be a reckoning, I would agree with that. XRP, even if the whole market tanks together, XRP ain't gonna die. That would be the one. That's why for me it's the sweet spot. And there's, even though it's a large cap, there's so little money even in most large caps. Now I'm like, yeah, but you can still get life-changing wealth from a large cap. You know, you're not gonna get typically life-changing wealth investing in a large cap in the stock market, right? You know, that's why, you know, if you want to add a little, we'll use the word zest again here in traditional finance, you go towards something that's more promising. You know, you could go to the NASDAQ 100. Tech stocks recently, but if you don't want to get sector specific, then you just go with small caps, right? So that's what you do. You'd go with the small caps. You don't have to in 2024 in crypto. Large caps can still yield life-changing wealth, but next cycle, I don't know if that's going to be true. Maybe, but it's just, with each cycle, the multiplier effect for any given coin that persists, it's going to be smaller and smaller. But the opportunity is here for us right now. It's very real. Here's the XRP BTC chart on the 3-month. Look at that. Just look over the last couple of days. My gosh, what a pleasure to see. Rocketing to the upside. Here's the low for the cycle, June 7th. Now, I'm not calling the bottom. I'm just saying that literally is the bottom of the cycle, because that's, like, so far, that's it. You're looking at it right there, June 7th. It's been over a month now. Just rocketing to the upside. At the same time, the Russell's doing what it's doing. Like, whew. Well, it's just, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We'll see what happens, but I'm feeling pretty good about that. So anyway, I just want to share with you some perspective from various analysts, as well as some of my thoughts. Just as an excited enthusiast here in the XRP community, I'm having a great time here. I hope you guys are too. You just appreciate the days like this. I know it's not $1 or $2 or $3. It's not a new all-time high, but just be patient. We'll get ours, don't you think? Don't you think that's what's probable, at least, even though none of us know for sure technically? I do. I have that strong conviction. It cannot be shaken, because like, everything that would lead one to logically believe XRP is going to persist and be worth a fortune, it's all there. So no, like, even when the price has been low, I've just been like, yeah, whatever, okay, I don't care. But now we're in a fun time, you know, and maybe they're right. Maybe this really is the start for XRP rocketing. It won't go up in a straight line forever. Even if so, there will be pullbacks along the way. But I'm going to be staying very tuned in, especially today. Like, I'm too interested in this. Like, I can't help but check my phone. I'm like you guys. Like, when it's happening, I can't help but check my phone, see what the price is, see what people are saying on X, all that stuff. So I'll keep you apprised of the latest perspective, developments, and opinions from various analysts, so on and so forth. But just have fun out there. This is what makes it all worthwhile, these moments. And ultimately, when we finally take profit. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.